Hi, and welcome back to Talk Back for Teens. I'm your co-host, Tiana Mannon.
And I'm Jordan A. Smith.
And let's just get right down to what's been going on in the news. So, very, very recently, the girl from Pakistan, a really sad story, only 14 years old, who her local village was targeted by the Taliban. They just took over. And I remember she was talking to her friend, and her friend asked, oh, are they going to take over the school? And the 14-year-old girl, her name escapes me now, but she was just talking about, like, she hopes that they don't. She loves her education, which, as you know, is kind of taboo in the Middle East for women to take a stand in their own thing. Sorry. And basically what they did, the Taliban heard about her speaking out, and they ordered a hit on her. Yes. So they shoot the poor little girl, and not only, they don't try to cover it up, they actually have a spokesman come out and say, yes, we did order a hit on this girl, and we did shoot her specifically because of her Western ideals. So she favored Western ideas. She liked the idea of women having education. She didn't die. They kept her in Pakistan for a little bit in the hospital, and then they decided to move her to UK. I don't know if it's because it was safer or just because the medicine there is better.
On her. Oh my
but
gosh.
They said that she didn't die and that they're planning to, shoot her again.
Pursue her. Oh.
I guess she's an example to the other women. This isn't what you want, and we're going to make sure this isn't what you want.
That's crazy. And you know what? I want to point out the fact that even though the world is becoming smaller and smaller, we're getting more tightly knit through social media or whatever, internet, there is still considered a Western idea for women to want to have education. That's crazy. And the fact that the Taliban is openly announcing that they're going to pursue a girl. This is crazy.
A 14-year-old girl.
And because she wants an education, it just makes you, the cliche, it makes you more appreciative of our rights here in the U.S.
Definitely. And I'm not sure if you heard, one of the TV hosts was recently bullied. I think she was a news host. She was bullied for apparently being fat. And so, she didn't take it well. She took to her show to call people out on it. But she also said that teens aren't learning it just from nowhere. We may be learning it from our own parents. And when you think about it, when you watch TV with your parents, they do sometimes make comments about the host or about the people that they see. And so she was just saying, maybe you're not teaching your kid to act on those comments, to, actually hate someone or attack someone because of those comments, but just putting them in that mindset of that it's okay to make those comments in the first place just starts the ball rolling.
I think it also starts with birth. Like when you hear about newlyweds planning their first child or whatever, they think of all the sports they want to get their child in, hoping to kind of induce healthy lifestyle, but they neglect to say healthy lifestyle instead of instead it appears that they're pressuring their child to be, skinny, or they put these words out, and that really apparently has a negative effect on children.
She also said, if your teens excel, like you were saying, in sports or academically, that they may have a sense of entitlement, which once again may breed bullying, or, going back to the old age of if you see your parents, spousal abuse, you're more likely to, foster those same kind of feelings and exhibit them on other people. So I like the fact that she took her moment of bullying, and instead of, turning against everyone and saying, I hate all of you people, she made it a learning, a teaching moment.
Which is not common nowadays. Like when someone gets bullied, they want to get on YouTube and post a video about, I am the victim.
No, but they're not speaking. It's just a little index card.
Yeah, I saw one today.
There's a bunch of them.
Like, what the heck? Okay. We do appreciate you informing us of the teen news and bullying that never ceases to end. But, do something about it. Don't be a victim. You really can change your situation, and you should.
And then I know there was another girl. I'm looking up her name now. Amanda Todd. That was her name. Amanda Todd, who was recently bullied, her case, I don't want to.
Special one?
Yes. I don't want to say this, but you know, there are a lot of cases like hers where you get that nude photo that goes viral, but it wasn't by another student. She
Not
was
a teen.
No, not at all. She was on a chat site, I want to say, and the guy asked to see her boobs, and I know by that point she was already sort of being bullied, you know, just the typical girl thing in middle school or high school. And oh my God, the girl sends the older guy a picture of her boobs.
Big mistake, number one.
Yes. Never send a guy a picture of your boobs, please. Anyway.
Like that. Okay.
So she was 15 years old, and apparently a few weeks before she committed suicide, she uploaded a video saying her story. And I'm not sure if it went viral, but
it is viral today.
Yeah, definitely viral today. But she was found dead in her home a few weeks later.
And I would like to point out that this is not her first suicide attempt. Like, she was definitely on antidepressants after this situation because she became so depressed and so overwhelmed by the anxiety. This guy was not only taking pictures of her via internet, he was harassing her. He was stalking her. And so she like had these crazy anxiety, so she needed anxiety pills. So she tried to overdose on that. Didn't work. She went home and drunk bleach.
I remember that. And then people posted, you should try the right kind of bleach.
What? I saw that.
Yes.
Like, what the heck
They said
is going
you tried the
on?
wrong kind of bleach. But from what I remember, the guy takes the picture. He asks more of her, like more sexual things. She comes to her senses, says no. And instead of him leaving her alone, he hawks the girl down on Facebook.
Yeah.
Creates a Facebook page of the photo, invites her friends to it, I want to say, or they find it, I believe, they stumble upon it. But he also makes the picture of her breast his profile picture. So it's just going wild, and she tries to get past it, ends up dating a football player. Was it a football player? It was just a boy, I guess.
He was a popular guy in
He was a
school.
very popular guy, and she dates the guy knowing that he has a girlfriend. It reminds me of the girl Phoebe. Remember from, I want to say, Ireland, who committed suicide recently?
Never heard
She hung herself. But so
where does it end? Is
it
my
doesn't.
question. Where does it end? Like we saw the
she dates the guy thinking that he loves her, even though he has a girlfriend. They're trapped. The girl obviously traps her one day, beats her up, and it just escalates from there until she commits suicide.
I remember that part. Like she's in a ditch somewhere. Her dad finds her, and she's just like, I see no purpose for my life. Wow. As far like I remember the Amber. Say her last name. Amber who?
Which one?
The girl. It was the big phenomenon. Amber.
The local girl who?
I don't know. She was caught on camera with
yes,
sex.
That was a local girl.
She was local?
Yes.
Amber somebody, but Amber, gosh, I don't know. But her name was Amber, and it just blew up over Facebook. And it's just like time after time after time, and we do not stop. We don't cease.
And we add to the spreading of it. We talk about it, even if we want to say, you know, this is a bad thing. Other people are going to pick up on it and say, well, I kind of want to see the video.
I'm talking about the people involved, though. Like, okay, the guys, like this older guy, it's absolutely no excuse for that. Like, it's absolutely, you're really trying to destroy a 15-year-old's life. That's not cool. But also, you're 15-year-old. You're not 2. You're not 1. You know better than to, what? What did you?
I'd be interested in finding out his story. I'm hoping that as the story develops, that they come out, they find out who he is.
Something about him, right?
Figure out why he's so into topless 15-year-olds and why he felt the need to hawk her down.
The whole broad topless 15-year-olds. How about just this one that you went and stalked her? Like you found out about her new life because after this situation happened, she left that school, moved away. Then she went so far as to move with her other parent because she was with one parent. And it's just like, my gosh, you know. I think it was a bad decision on her part. But once you make that decision, you realize it was wrong. You try to start your life over. You can't because the internet follows you.
Well, I think we can end it here. Hopefully, we have good news next episode, but we thought that was the most pertinent things to find out about recently. If you have any news tips, feel free to email us or post them on our website, our Facebook, our Twitter. We're easily found. Just email us. If you have any news tips whatsoever, please feel free to email us at participate@talkback4teens.com. Thank you.
that changes.
Where's the name?
I don't know where
You
his
guys are from
neighborhood is. Where is he from?
Goodman,
But as far as what? As
No,
far
I
as
said she was coming
social
from
circles.
Goodman.
Like they were talking about hanging out
So
with
do you
friends.
live
They were
in
talking about Halloween parties and things. Do you find now that you're a
we live
junior
behind.
and you hang out with more
we
soda
live
kids who have maybe interests that are similar to yours?
yeah.
That's a man. That was a long question and a one-word answer.
You should be. He's trying to take my job.
Because I'm definitely not in sports.
So
They smoke and
is
drink.
that for a
Can't be an
reason?
athlete
Did
to do
your
that.
family want you to stay
I'm an
out of the public
athlete.
school?
My mom did.
Because of some of the things these girls were talking about. You heard the end of their conversation, right?
Are you
A little
saying?
bit.
Well, am I? No, I am
I'm
saying.
gonna have an argument about this. You
Good.
think it's more going on?
Trying to find you something.
In the suburbs?
They don't do anything. They
Yes,
don't have
they
nothing to
do.
do out there.
In the suburbs?
That's why they have
Out there
alcohol.
is Greece, right? Isn't that
Suburbs,
no.
they have so much drugs. They
That's what I'm
make,
saying,
It's
because
around
they
the
have
corner.
nothing else to do.
Irondequoit.
and they have the money
Out there
for
is
it.
Irondequoit?
Yeah,
That's out there?
My brother went to Allendale, Columbia.
it's not up here.
See, that's a good one,
far, really.
right? Allendale, Columbia is one of the schools that my brother went to, and those kids are rich, and they had drugs coming out.
Y'all have the money for
grade
the
you in?
drugs. We're gonna go for weed
10.
in my school.
Me, 11.
I don't
11?
smoke.
Okay.
We only had one
It was
crackhead.
only a
that
little
was
while
it.
ago you were in 10th.
Yeah.
Okay. What school did you go to before that?
Well,
Your
that's
public
not-
school? Is there a
right,
big
at
popularity
all.
associated with athletes as opposed to the other parts of the population?
No, pretty much everybody's cool with everybody.
Really?
See, it's
How big is
different
your
from
school?
the city.
How big is your class? Do you know?
Like, well, how many people?
Yeah.
Probably just like 20, 25.
20? What class you in? What grade you in?
25
Oh,
to
wait,
a classroom.
Like class or graduating?
Your graduating class.
Oh, 2016.
And how many people are
They
you?
were only
Let's
at
see, you're
60.
a sophomore?
No, 2016.
No, his class is 2016.
Oh,
Oh, so he has 25 people in
So-
the class.
No,
what-
I mean, like, not 25 people, but
Are
I don't-
any of
I
your
don't know
friends
exactly.
today
Basketball?
yes.
if
You play any other sport?
alcohol or drugs are a bigger problem
I was
at
gonna play
parties,
football
or
next
if
year.
fighting, fights,
Did you come from
I got
public
a good,
school?
I
Or
got
did
a
you
know
stay
good
in there?
question.
Pro-
parties that have turned into homicides.
Before I came to,
What about
huh?
sports? Like,
Go ahead.
I was on
Are
a
the
jury
Before I
Rock
came
is
to
trial.
also
Bishop
in
Kearney, I was at
sports.
another
That's what
private
we're
school
talking
in
about, this
Tivity Prep.
popularity thing.
because our pop,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. You are watching Talk Back for Teen. This is episode 18. Remember to continue this conversation with your own inputs. Always comment on our blog, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Definitely tweet us. Yeah. Thank you. Oh boy. Why change?
Suburban schools and city schools, the parties.
We're definitely gonna get to that, because they say it's not popularity here. Why?
People have a perception of what school of the arts is.
Aspirin? 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 You can hear me. Yeah, headache.
Oh, no, I saw that. I don't know what to say.
I know, I gotta wait. And I need to really put Seriously, that's where you ended?
Yes.
Yay, I go talk to him.
Wait,
I'll take
Sharon,
this
yes?